Today I'm gonna be listing, not like really ins and outs. Oh, also I'm in my dorm right now, so it looks different. Background change. Things I want to do in 2025 slash, I know it's like a month in, whatever, slash like this year, or just like going forward that I think are going to be good for me. I have a little list. I have 7 things, and if I come up with more, I'll just like add them in. But so number 1, saying no. A whole life I've had like a difficult time saying no to things, like whether it's something I didn't want to do. If I was giving my opinion, I was just like, oh yeah, I don't care, like, yeah, it's fine, like, whatever. Like, not like being a pushover really, but like just agreeing to things because I thought it would make everybody happy, which in turn would make me happy. But I don't think that's like the healthiest way to live, and I think that being firm in your boundaries doesn't make you a bad person, and I think that I thought that for a long time. Saying no to things like, no, I don't want to hang out right now, like, I'm tired, or no, I don't want to do that, I'd rather do something else. Little things like that that seem really insignificant, but I think over time can drain you, and I don't want to continue doing that. I don't think it's good for you, and I think that doing things for the benefit, not benefit of other people, but doing things to please other people, even if you don't want to do them, is going to drain you. That's happened to me, and I don't want to get bitter towards people, and I don't want to be mad. And I think that setting a boundary to begin with is like very necessary. So I'm definitely going to, I have been working on that, but I'm definitely going to like work on that a lot more and focus on that because I think it's really important. Number 2, prioritizing myself. This kind of goes along with the first one, but like if everybody, I did this actually a decent amount in the fall semester. Like if everybody was going out in the fall semester and I didn't want to, I have had less FOMO and I'm less apt to be like, oh, like maybe I should go out too, even though I don't want to, but like everybody else is doing it, I should do it too, even though it's not what I feel like doing. Like, no, just stay in. I would stay in, and I would be so happy that my friends went out and had a good time, and I had a good time staying in and watching a movie and journaling. Like, that was what and some nights I did want to go out, which was also fine, but I think making sure that everything is up to me, for me, is gonna be for the best. So I guess that was kind of similar to the first one, like saying no is prioritizing myself, but I think just taking like better care of thinking about myself, because I think a lot of times I know other people are very willing and like want to put others before themselves, which is such a great trait to have, but then at the same time it's like you can't help anyone else if you're not helping yourself. You can't love people if you're not loving yourself already. So I think that making sure that you prioritize yourself, that I prioritize myself this semester, is going to be very big. I think at the end of this semester, if I actually do that, which I plan to hopefully, are going to be good. I think I'm going to be in a lot, I'm not in a bad place right now, but like I think if I do that, I'm going to be in a lot better of a place. Number 3, reading more. I love reading. I love to read, but my classes in the fall semester were really hard. They were really reading heavy, so it wasn't really sustainable for me to be like, okay, like, let's pick up a book for fun. I think I read 10 pages the whole semester for fun, which sucked. I want to get back to that, and this semester my classes are more, I don't know how to like explain, like more stuff to do, I guess. That doesn't probably like make a lot of sense, but I'm in French, I'm in math, drawing. The other 2 are like reading classes, but those 3 are gonna be like, homework is drawing, homework is like French language stuff, and my other homework is gonna be math problems. So it's not all reading, which is gonna make it a lot easier for me to, after school, and be like, okay, like, let's read something. So I'm excited for that, and I really want to do that. I have a couple books. I have a poetry book, a self-help book, and like a memoir journal type of book that I want to start. Those are the 3 that I'm the most excited to read. This is a small one, but making my bed every morning, no matter what, I think that is such a good, I did it today, so we're already Starting strong. I think that that is such a good thing to do. My dad is always telling me to make my bed in the morning, and I never do, but chill, because I'm doing it now. I want to start making my bed because, yeah, I just think, yeah, that's self-explanatory. Like, that's just easy. Yeah, make your bed. Number 5 for me is a big one, honestly, that I have been working on for a while. Being mindful of who I like let into my circle. The second half of high school, I was very careful about who I developed like strong relationships with, because in the first half of high school, I was not careful about that. But I had some friends who I don't think were necessarily very uplifting and positive. Having that for a few years and then kind of figuring out these people are not good for me, or I'm very different than these people, I don't want to hang out with them, for whatever the reason may be, made me kind of realize that I need to be extremely careful and aware and mindful of who I am letting in. Don't call everyone friends. Like, you can be friendly with everyone, but like, you can have acquaintances, you can have classmates, you can have people that you just know. Friends is so powerful to me at this point, where it's like, if I'm calling you a friend of mine, like, you really mean something to me, and I value my friends so much. They are such a support for me, that I need to just be very careful about who I'm letting in. And like, you are a product of your environment. You are who you surround yourself with. So if you're surrounding yourself with people who you wouldn't want to be, then I think that that means something. There's not a single friend that I have that I don't feel inspired by them. There aren't traits of all of my friends that I'm like, I feel so empowered by that. I feel inspired by that. You make me want to be a better person, and I make you want to be a better person. Those are things that I look for in a friend, and I am working now on being very selective with that. Growing up, I'm not even old, but like, growing up is like, you don't need to have a million friends. You need to have a few people who love you, support you no matter what, are gonna be on your side, but then also tell you if you screwed up, because that's so important. Once you find them, like, don't let them go, and like, try to do everything you can to keep those relationships. I could talk about my friends forever. I love them. I don't even mean to say like selective in a elitist sense, but selective in a sense that you need to be careful about who you are calling a friend, because those people that you choose to surround yourself with are the ones who like kind of shape you and like have an impact on you, and you become that. Whoever you're hanging around with, like, you're gonna become that. For better, if you're choosing people that are good people, or for worse, if you're choosing people that are not good people. So I think your friends are very powerful. You need to treat your friendships with such care and love, and tell them that you love them. Now I'm just talking, but I think all that's important. So yeah, I think that's really important. And for me, at least, to be very mindful of who I am choosing. Number 6, journaling consistently. I was journaling consistently like over the summer kind of, and last year, and I kind of fell off with it, but I think journaling is so important. It's insane how much better, and I'm not even joking, like, people are like, journaling's so good for you. Like, yeah, honestly, I feel a lot better after I write everything that's going on in my brain down, because in my mind, it's like a crazy jumble of everything I'm thinking at the same time, and I write it down on a piece of paper, and it's like, oh, well, that's still a lot, and it's still a lot going on, but it doesn't look as bad. When you write it all out, when you write it down, when you really think about it, it's like, okay, like, those are 5 things. Those 5 things have been swirling around in my head for weeks, and they've had nowhere to go. I've had nowhere to outlet them. Maybe I've talked about them, but maybe that's not good enough. Write them down, organized in a way that is easy to read and understand. You're gonna be able to look back on that months later or years later and be like, oh my god, like, This was crazy. I went through that. That happened to me. I did it, and I came out and I'm better than I was. I think that journaling is so important, and I am very pro journaling, but I didn't do enough of it. I journaled like a few times over winter break, but not enough. You can just journal in whatever. Like, I have this little book that I have some stickers on. It really does make you feel better. Yeah, those wellness influencers they're not lying. Number 7, running. I was running a lot in the fall, and I stopped when it got cold. I should just suck it up and run on the treadmill, but I absolutely hate it. I'm bored and I'm not going anywhere, because I'm literally not going anywhere. But running to me is separate than a workout. It's just not the same. Would run and I would feel so good during, even if it was difficult during it. After, I would feel amazing. During it, I'd be like, oh my god, I just moved myself quickly from there to there. That's crazy. Like, it sounds so dumb. It's not. I love it, and I didn't run it all over break. It's good for you, and it's good for your mind. For me, it was more of like a mind thing, because I don't mind like working out other ways, but the running part is completely a mind game. Every single time you get out and you run, it's you against yourself, it's you against the previous time, and if you're not running for time, it just clears your mind and makes you feel a lot better. It was really good for me in the fall, in my first semester of college, like kind of freaking out, being like, oh my god, like, what do I do? Like, I don't know anyone. Of course, you get to know people, but I was like, I don't know anyone, I don't know where I am. Like, it's stressful. So I started to run because where I go to school is like so beautiful, and I was like, I'll just go for a run and see how it goes. And I was like, I have to run every day, and it helped my brain immensely. And then I was feeling more productive and more motivated to come back and do my work and get going for whatever I had to do the next day. I also think it's such a privilege to be able to move your body in that way. Being able to go outside, see something beautiful, be able to move as fast as your own body can carry you, I think is so incredible, and we take it for granted a lot. I wanted to start appreciating it more. The fact that I am able-bodied is so lucky. We get up every day and we walk around, and we don't realize that some people don't have that opportunity. I have never been better, honestly. Okay, so those are my 7 things that I think are gonna contribute to a much healthier, better year. I didn't have a bad year last year at all, but I think these things that I'm going to work on for myself is really going to help me become a better person. Again, like, surround yourself with people that want to see you grow, that want to see you become a better person, because that is what's going to motivate you. You have to motivate yourself, but being around people that want what's best for you. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Okay, bye.